Are you having a little bit of trouble with your relationships? They just don't feel like they have a deeper meaning to them. Or maybe you just haven't figured out your purpose or how you can harness your purpose and get it out into the world. Well, in today's episode, we're going to talk about the heart chakra and how we can bring a little bit more balance to your relationships and create a life of purpose. Welcome, ladies, to the Life Mastery for Women podcast. I'm Jen Mack, Lady of the Mind, your host. This is where we go to learn to master our life one nugget at a time. Hey, ladies, it's Jen Mack, Lady of the Mind. Welcome to today's episode where I hope I am finding you living your purpose and having deeper, meaningful relationships. If you are not living your purpose and you don't have deep, meaningful relationships, then it is my intention that in today's episode, I give you just one nugget of inspiration towards your transformation. Today, we're going to talk about the heart chakra. A lot of people ask about this chakra because we live on a planet with a lot of people. We work with people, we have families, we have spouses, we have children, and we want those deep, meaningful conversations. We want those connections with people that really make us feel really good and light us up. And then we want a purpose. We want to feel amazing out in the world. We want to give back to society and our community and our family. And we want to feel like we're purposeful and we have a life of meaning on this planet. So in today's episode, we're going to talk about love and passion and purpose and how we can deepen our relationships and how we can live our purpose. We're going to do that by balancing our heart chakra. Now, before we get into that, let's first become present. Let's take a deep breath in and just bring back your energy from all the mental tabs that are open, all the doubts, the worries, the problems. Bring it in and release. Just relax. Feel your body in the seat beneath you, feeling present with me right now, listening to my voice. Take a deep breath in. Feel your feet on the floor, your butt in the seat, your back in the chair, and just breathe back out, relaxing into this present moment. It's called present for a reason, and this is a gift that you give yourself. Last deep breath, breathing in one more time through the nostrils. Hold at the very top and breathe out and just relax. The heart chakra is the bridge between the physical world and the spiritual world. This, my friends, is where we manifest. This is where you want to feel the sensation and the charge of your intention, of your emotional state, of the thing that you want to create. When you can get from your mind and your thoughts and your words and get down into the sensation of the body, in your heart space, you are creating. You are sending out the signal from this space. Right now, the word out there on the street is head, heart, coherence. And this is what I'm putting in my head, the words, the beliefs, the things I'm saying are moving into and creating a physical sensation in my body, sending out the frequency of what I want to feel, what I want to create. And in order to do that, we have to start taking charge of what we're thinking, what we're saying, and what we're believing. This becomes the new work, not the outside stuff, not manipulating people, not bugging, not complaining, not standing around the cooler talking about how terrible our jobs are. This is where we go inward and we start creating this connection between our head and our heart. And when we talk about the heart, there's an association here with the chakras that is our relationships. This is our love, right? These are our spouses, our children, our coworkers, our boss, our passion, our career, our giving back, our societal contribution. And when this chakra is not balanced, it becomes all kinds of holy hell in our life, doesn't it? Our relationships are terrible. We're yelling more. We're frustrated. We're depressed. We can't make things work. We don't know what we're doing. We can't find that balance and harmony in our life. So today we're going to talk about how we can bring some balance into this particular chakra. And the first, if you've listened to the other chakras, I break it into 3 categories: the physical, the mental, and the emotional. So there's different ways that you can bring this chakra into balance. The physical, spending time with yourself in a place of self-love and self-care. And that sort of sounded a little Western at self-care or self-love. Filling your own bucket, learning to become your own best friend. This takes a lot. There's a lot of struggle and resistance to this. And people in our culture and in our society feel like if you spend too much time on yourself, then you're selfish. And most women don't want to feel that way. And so they give and give and give and give and give and give and give to their spouse, their kids, their work, their community, their church, their everywhere, until their bucket is empty. And eventually their health starts failing. Their mood starts shifting. Maybe they feel bitterness and resent. Maybe they just are starting to really not feel very good. People aren't giving back to them. Now, I'm not saying that giving doesn't create some heart coherence, because it does. You know, we like to serve. That's why we're here. That's why we are part of communities. But not to the point that you are emptied out. Sometimes relationships do that. I've been in a couple where the relationships I'm giving so much to the relationship and I'm not getting anything back. And I start to build this resentment and this bitterness. And that's when the relationship can really start taking a turn. So if you are in a relationship like that, I'm going to ask and I'm going to recommend highly that you begin your journey with self-love. Fill your bucket. List as many things as you can in your journal on a piece of paper somewhere that says, these are all the things that bring me joy. Just for the sake of bringing me joy, I'm going to start implementing these things into my life right now. Become your own best friend. You are going to spend the rest of your life with yourself. You might as well become your best friend, because that's what I would want to do. And there was a long, long time for a lot of years, probably my 20s, my early 30s, where I really didn't like myself very much. And I tell you, it was a very challenging time for me. It was very challenging. And until I started to fill my bucket and do things that I enjoyed, I started to really balance those lower chakras. I started to make choices based on my solar plexus. I started to do things that brought me joy, moving me into the sacral chakra. I started to engage with my environment in ways that were fun for me, and that was bringing joy and pleasure to my root chakra. And then building those relationships from that part started to balance my heart chakra. So let's talk about it. So after you're spending time with yourself and you start to feel good, your bucket is full. Once your bucket starts to overflow, and this is an ongoing journey, but once your bucket starts to overflow, now you're ready to share your life, your joy, your activities, your energy, your time with others. Now you bring in other people that you want to relate to, that you want to spend time with, quality time. And then when you're in that moment and you're with those people, become present. Take a deep breath. Be present with them. Listen to them talk. Listen to their laugh. Listen to the conversation. Watch how they engage with you and engage with their surroundings, and be very present and be grateful. That emotional state is in this moment with these people. What are you grateful for? And I know some of you having some difficulties in your relationships and not being able to pull out that emotion of gratitude. This is where the tables are going to turn for you, because it's from this place of not having gratitude that has created these ill relationships. We get into these relationships, we're doing all these things that are really exciting and really fun, and then all of a sudden we forget and we stop paying attention. And it is in these moments where we bring more balance into our relationships based on where we're coming from. We have to have a heart full of love and self-care and self-respect and friendship for ourselves before we can build those solid relationships outside of us. So this becomes the work. This is the element of air. So breathing in and feeling the air around you is sending out that frequency on the air, like on the airwave, of what it is you want to create. What relationships do you want? If your relationships were amazing, what would you do? How would you respond? What was your behavior like? What would you talk about? Who do you want to engage with? These are all things that we need to think about in order to create the thing. Because we spend so much time walking around with the things that we hate. Now let's spend some time thinking about the things that we want. What do I want to create? I know what I hate. I could say it all day long. But I don't want to create that anymore. We have to shift our words, shift our thinking, look in the other direction and go, this is what I want to create. Okay? The next is allowing those deeper connections. This is the mental. We're going to use those same 5 words, any one of them. Pick one that feels good. Allowing, willing, open, receiving, or in the flow of. And they all start with I am. I am open to allowing deeper connections into my life. I am willing to deepen my relationships with the people I love. I am receiving love in my life from myself and from others. It creates this forward momentum that we love so much. You're going to do the same thing when you're trying to create and find and elicit your purpose. You're wanting to create your purpose and you're wanting to be able to get your purpose out so the world can experience it. So you can really fall in love with your passion and your love for whatever it is that you want to do, that you want to share with people. I don't want my purpose to be sheltered. I want my purpose to get out there. And my purpose is to elevate all of humanity. It's to impact lives. It's to raise the vibrational frequency of the planet. And my goal is to do that through my podcast. And if you want to do that too, if you want to elevate your life and those around you and those people that maybe you've never met before, if you could help me, share these episodes on your social media and write a little post and say, oh my gosh, this is what I got out of this episode. Maybe you'll get something too. Let me know. Write a review and subscribe to my channel. Because then when you get your elevation, when you start becoming awake and you start working on purpose that we're all going to share in the giving and this sharing this information, people just don't know. They just want to go to their boss and complain about how they're not making enough money, and they want to stand around the water cooler and just talk about the economy and how there's no money out there. And I go, let's just create it. Let's get the brain-heart coherence thing going. Let's talk about our words. I'm allowing prosperity into my life. I'm allowing my purpose to surface. And in this way, we get to share in this larger, greater purpose of raising the planet. So I would love that if you would share on your own social media. So the next is the emotional part, and you're going to do a lot of deep lung breathing because the lung is part of the heart, is breathing in this fresh air. I breathe in deeper connections and I breathe out, or I release control. I breathe in my purpose and I release not having a purpose. I breathe in prosperity and I release lack. You're going to be shifting your energy and you're going to start seeing things happen around you. The next is to visualize that green ball that's in your heart space, that is your heart chakra, or that green disc. And you're going to look at it and you go, how big is that? How is it spinning? Does it have any black energy? Does it have any stuckness on there? And then I want you to release that. Let it go. I release it. I clean it up. I balance it to the other chakras below. I release any stuck energy or any limitations that are stuck on my chakra. And I release that. And bringing in that meditation and meditating on that space, using your mind to connect with your heart and breathing in that green, vibrant energy that is your heart chakra, that is your love, that is your passion, that is your purpose, that's your connection to others, that is the bridge between the physical world and the spiritual world. You just focus on it. You focus on it. You clean and clear it. You get out into the world and you start to share your gifts. Remember, we're going to start with self-love. So self-care, make a list of all the things that you enjoy and then begin doing those things that you enjoy just because you enjoy them. This is your life. As far as we know, this is the one you get. This is certainly the one that that you remember because you're in the middle of it. Be present in this day. I hope this finds you well. If you would like to take this deeper, I have so many cool meditations, guided meditations and walkthroughs and visualizations that really tackle this particular chakra. I would love to share with you the programs that I have to be able to help you. If you want to go deeper in this, please let me know. Send me an email at themeditationroomtc@gmail.com. Write in the subject line, let's talk, and let's set up a call so we can have a conversation and let's just see how I can best help you. Wow, that may have felt like a lot of information in today's episode, but if you're looking for support and a deeper knowledge of what we talked about today, then let's connect. You can learn more about how I work and how you can work with me. Send me an email to the meditationroomtc@gmail.com, subject line, let's talk. And in the meantime, you can join my online Facebook community, Lady Rising, and mention that you came in through the podcast. I look forward to supporting you and connecting with you there.